Hello boys and girls. Today I'm gonna show you my system, which is pretty old, almost 4 years now. And this is, as you can see, i7-39 60X, so 6 core. It is overclocked. It is running right now at silent mode for me, so 4.5 gigahertz. Let's say it's running flawlessly, because I never really had big problems with it. And I'm gonna be switching it for something that is not under the desk, because this one is here. But I'm gonna be going for the wall. And the thing is about it that I have only maintained it by industrial blower. What I mean is this CPU is on liquid metal for 3.5 years now as an interference material between IHS and CPU cooler. I have never ever took it off. So how does it perform over this years? You can see here that this in fact are not bad temps, and it's really nice and cold, let's say. As for the performance, of course it is old right now, but for gaming at any game that is from 2015 to 2019, it is strictly sufficient. And exactly for 1440p, it is, I think it might be enough, but I am changing the whole thing, so I'm switching with it to exactly other AMD CPU now. But the thing is that, as I've said, we have this CPU with this cooler that wasn't even now I'll find it on the disk. So we will now render this image for a moment, just to see how does the CPU at 4.5 gigahertz after 3.5 years on liquid metal performs. And as you can see, we are running at full speed right now. We are rendering this picture. And we have about 60 degrees. There won't be thermal throttling. We are 30 degrees below TJ max, so it's running nicely. But the thing is that the CPU package is almost the same as Ryzen 5900X CPU package power, so it takes the same power as CPU that would make this scene in about 45 minutes, and for this CPU it would take 3 hours. So, and probably more, because the time will be changing up and up. So yes, the memory here is DDR3, and it's 2133 megahertz at CL9. But as you can see, the CPU, even for any application or rendering or anything, is doing fine. So this Noctua haven't been taken off since the beginning of this build. So today I'm gonna take it off for the first time and see did liquid cooling, liquid metal made any damage to CPU, IHS or the cooler. Hello, this is my old system, and after 3.5 years I'll be taking Noctua NH-D14 from the i7-4960X CPU. Why am I telling this that is important? This is important because after 3.5 years on liquid metal. So we will see how does this work for the IHS and Noctua cooler. So, as you can see clearly, it's in many places not liquid anymore, and trying to take it off, it is staying for now. I haven't used IPA for it, so right now what I'm gonna do is use IPA, and we will see what damage did this do to the CPU IHS. The thing is, I remind you that it was working flawlessly on 4.5 GHz and 4.8 GHz with those RAMs, CL9 2133 MHz. So I'd say that as for 3.5 years it managed to be a very good thermal paste, let's say paste, thermal interface, something, well, doesn't matter. Anyway, so it did its job, and yeah, let's see what can we do if we clean it. So, what is so curious is that under oxygenated layer there is almost liquid metal. So, yeah. And we have some stains on the cooler, which are not easy to take off by IPA and paper towel. So, yep. So yeah, in fact it won't be easy to get this rid of. We will see if I will be able to. Okay, so it's irremovable. As you can see, it doesn't come off easily. So I'll try to take it out and clean it outside, because otherwise I can have some dirty parts of the paper towel in the socket, and I don't want that. Okay, so trying to clean it, we are losing every information from the IHS. So yeah, so this will be cleaned and will be polished, but right after there won't be any information what kind of CPU it is. So in this matter, it might not be the best idea if you would like to sell it later. And this is staying also, so I will polish it, but yeah, so the this factor won't stay probably. So the outcome is it's working great. It is working very efficiently, but if you leave it for too long, you will have to clean IHS when you unmount it, and you will probably have no information what kind of CPU it is after trying to polish it, to take it this ionized or oxygenized surface off. So yep. Okay, so it won't be any cleaner, so it doesn't matter if I will be taking it further. That's practically cleaned now, and you see that the cooler has stains on it. So yeah, the outcome is the cooler and the CPU will have stains after liquid metal. Again, does it work? Flawlessly. Is it good for thermal conductivity? Great. Does it leave marks and stains? Yes, it does. Okay.